I'm Sergeant Davohnte, and I'm with the Shasta Police Department. I was born and raised here. It's a very small city in Northern California. We're in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by woods. And the police department is a small police department. A lot of people don't realize that it's usually a one officer town. We work 12-hour shifts. So usually for that 12 hours, you'll have one officer patrolling the entire city. Summertime, we get a lot of people that come up here for the wildlife, the water, the resources that are up here. So it can get very busy in the summertime. Wintertime, it can slow down, but we do get a lot of snow. So we pick up more on car accidents. Domestic violence picks up more in the wintertime when people are snowed in. So in general, when we receive a missing persons case, the officer is going to gather as much information from the reporting party, and we'll kind of get, descriptions, things like that, where they could be going, where they might be going. A lot of our missing persons are voluntarily missing adults, so they choose to go missing or to go disappear for a while. Once we gather all their information, we will enter it into a national-wide database that any officer encounters that missing person, it'll give us a hit, and we can just, make contact. Oh, he decided to go on vacation. Okay, well, he needs to call his wife or his girlfriend and let them know because they're worried and presume he's missing. Usually within 24 hours, you can just tell by whoever's reporting the person missing. You can just tell by their demeanor and how they're acting that how serious the missing person's case is. Phone checks, they're not answering their phone. We can't ping their phone. Their bank statements, there's no activity on their bank cards, things like that, is when you can really see that, okay, we need to move forward and get some more resources in here.
Do you get missing person cases often with the department?
We do. We do get missing person cases often. A lot of them are just people that want to just go away for a little bit, and then we get a hold of them or find them, and we just tell them to reach out to whoever's calling them in for missing.
We demand something done. So that's why we're out here. 3 years today, our son has been missing. If he was a white kid...
Can you tell about the first time that you learned of the Davohnte Morgan case?
I actually was the graveyard officer that night. So it was, when it was getting reported, I was actually just getting off work. So I didn't really know anything about it till that next night when I came into work and heard from the day shift officer who took the case, kind of what was going on, that he was up here with his girlfriend when he was last seen. And within the following days, that's when we don't have CCTV in Mount Shasta, but we do have some small mom and pop shops that do have video surveillance. And that's the first places we go. And that's kind of where we were able to establish his timeline and where he was last seen.
Breaking down the last time Davohnte was seen, which was on May 5th of 2020. According to the police report, Davohnte and his girlfriend spent the night at a local hotel on May 4th. The girlfriend shared they had a fight that night, and Morgan went on a walk the next morning. About 2 weeks later, the Mount Shasta Police Department publicly shared this surveillance video of Morgan walking by the station on the 5th. But X1 Media learned that the department reviewed multiple different cameras that captured Davohnte walking around the city that day, and it has been viewed by the public until now.
Following up with the video surveillance that we did have access to, and kind of putting a timeline of where he was last seen and where he could go, pinging his phone, following up with his bank records, when his card was last used. We know the last time he purchased something and where that was at, and then just gone.
Did you notice anything unusual when looking all that over?
No. I found his girlfriend unusual, and reviewing some of the interviews and stuff, she struck me as odd and not very caring or too worried about Davohnte. Whereas his family, when we talked to them, the mom and everything like that, they were extremely worried, and this was uncharacteristic of Davohnte.
I believe in you, Davohnte. I've always said that to you, and boo, it's true. You know, boo, it's true, truly amazing that I can sing, and you can ring my bell. Ding dong, it's time to rhyme about Davohnte. Arrive in time.
So the interviews that I've reviewed and watched, I mean, she's all over the place. A lot of it doesn't make sense. A lot of it feels very mystical, or she had visions, just very weird and not typical of someone who's looking for someone. I definitely think this case has suspicion. We last followed up with her. We actually drove down to San Francisco and re-interviewed her, and we're not able to obtain anything more from her.
When did you go down there?
Probably 2.5 years ago.
People are allowed to go for a walk and return. Now, he went for a walk. He hasn't returned yet.
On her girlfriend's social media account, she posted a video of a piece of paper with several names on it, and it's titled "The Kidnapping of Davohnte." But police never even at the least hinted that he could have been kidnapped. We discovered this video after our interview with Sergeant Pretty. We reached out to him for a follow-up comment about it, and we haven't heard back yet.
We would do follow-up interviews if anything were to come up. We do follow on social media because she has made some posts on social media and stuff, so we're constantly reviewing and just waiting for that one piece of the puzzle to come up. I do believe she knows something, and I do believe one day we will get enough information to where we can re-interview her and get that one piece of the puzzle.
Okay, so why don't bring her up on other charges? You know, she has done other things to us. You know, she has harassed us.
She's harassed our family. She's pretended to be members of our family. She actually messaged a few people pretending to be Davohnte. One of my close friends, who's like a sister to me, that we grew up, you know, like Davonte's sister, she wasn't close to the case about what was going on with Davohnte. So when she got a message from him, she thought it was actually from him and not his girlfriend. But she was trying to lure her to meet up. She was saying, let's meet up and stuff like that. And it's very scary. If you're grieving your boyfriend like we are, why are you harassing his family and trying to set us up?
She never acted like she was distraught. Like, if you love this man, this is your honey. You know, she just
kept saying, he's going to come back.
Yeah.
It's kind of nonchalant. Oh, Davonte's okay. Watch, you'll see.
Let me clear my throat, my divine king. Davohnte, where are you, Davohnte?
Do you feel as though that you and your department are handling this case in the best way that you can?
100%. I have, in 11 years, never seen a case like this. It's unfortunate that he has not been found and some of the questions have not been answered. But we have, especially a small department, we don't have forensic teams, we don't have detective units. The officer on duty is the detective if he were to get a big case. So for what we have and the officers that we had at the time, I think we went above and beyond, and with help with the sheriff department and everyone like that.
But I feel there's enough evidence to get her on something if they watch all her videos.
They know all of our whereabouts, every single meter.
In another video that the girlfriend posted on her social media account, she recorded a conversation with someone who seemingly details their involvement in Davonte's disappearance.
What night was that?
I don't know, what night was that?
We have to cover up a whole bunch of man.
What covering up?
I do believe that she, and I do believe that there might be a few others, know what happened.
We were threatened a lot. We were told to get out of here before we got shot. There were jokes made about what could have possibly happened to my brother Davohnte.